Hello, my name is Margaret Brindle and I'm Associate Director for Assessment Research and Development at Kaplan Testing Services. And I'm here today with my colleague Tom.
Hello, I'm Tom Mayer. I'm a project developer at Kaplan International Pathways, where I am also the National Coordinator of the English for Academic Purposes, that's EAP module.
We'd like to give you a brief overview of a joint project between Kaplan Testing Services and Kaplan International Pathways on moving the paper-based EAP assessments onto digital, online adaptive Kaplan Test of English. This was a really exciting project for us and one that pertained to a really crucial module for Pathways students. So perhaps the first question that we should address is why move from paper to digital?
Absolutely. So we deliver this module on our university preparation courses to over 5,000 students annually at 9 colleges across the UK, as well as our separate digital offering. So it was in this setting and at this scale that running a paper-based assessment for that module was becoming inefficient and unwieldy. We were spending a lot of cost and resource on developing new test items and then marking objective multiple choice questions, again, manually, one by one. And therefore, we wanted to make a change, bearing in mind as well our desire, we always want to innovate assessment, make assessment more personalised and engaging for students, as well as maintain validity of our assessments on this high-stakes module.
Indeed, and this is why we've suggested you would consider our test, Kaplan Test of English, and we worked very collaboratively together on the implementation and validation of that process because we knew this was a big change for you. So could you take us through the process?
Well, yes, so the first step, as I say, we were interested in validity. We wanted to do a validation. So we got staff from across the colleges together to map the KTE testing specifications to the learning objectives and aims of the EAP module. That validation showed a strong alignment, so then we were able to pilot the test at a number of different colleges, and at the end of that pilot we were then able to take student feedback. We surveyed over 480 students at the different sites, and 87% of them endorsed this the new format of assessments, which we're very proud about. So we got that buy-in from staff, we got that buy-in from students, and therefore we were able to roll this out across our network.
Absolutely, and I think it's also important to add that we added a lot of staff training and operational support, and we continually monitored outcomes. So speaking of outcomes, what are some of the key achievements after the transition to the online KTE?
Yeah, so absolutely, we're really pleased with the result. Our students have shown incremental improvements on the listening test and the reading test. We're putting this down to a number of factors: increased personalisation of the test, reduced stress of the testing environment. Students are able to take more attempts of the test because of the lack of need to constantly redevelop items, and importantly, the increased precision of adaptive testing. Student feedback on the module as a whole has continued to be very strong. They rate modules on a 4-point scale. They're still over 3.5 out of 10, and 80% of students would say they would recommend this module to a friend. Operationally, we've freed up, we think, over 300 hours of time that was previously spent on marking and developing and maintaining the assessments through the move to KTE.
These are some really compelling results, Tom, and I think they also attest to the power of adaptive assessments to transform the experience and the outcomes, and I think it also showed the dedication of both KTS team and Kaplan Pathways to use EdTech to improve outcomes and to drive operational efficiencies. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, yeah, and it motivates us to continue to explore how we can use digitisation and computational assessment to innovate and improve outcomes, even on these high-stakes assessments.